as we mentioned at the top of the show, the NCAA tournament is canceled, and so is the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis.
RTV6's Brad Brown joins us live with the impact of all of this and how other sports institutions in Indiana are moving forward. Brad.
Mark and Amanda, the headline will be no March Madness, and of course the trickle-down effect from that goes far beyond the Division I men's and women's basketball tournaments, which would have included, among others, the IU and Butler men's teams, the IU and IUPUI women's teams, and of course dozens of others from around the Midwest and across the country. Indy was supposed to host the Midwest Regional Lucas Oil Stadium in a couple weeks. Fort Wayne was supposed to host the Division III tournament next weekend, and Indy was supposed to host the Division II men's tournament this weekend. All of that is gone. The bigger headline is this: the NCAA and the Big Ten Conference, among others, are canceling sports for the spring season entirely. So the likes of baseball, softball, track and field, basically everything athletic related that was going to take place at the college level through about the 1st of June, done. All of those student athletes will have to see where it goes from them. For the seniors, of course, their athletic careers moving on from there, but just a whole lot of implications that go into that. Now, right here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse today, it all started a little bit before noon. Teams had taken the floor here, Rutgers and Michigan, for the opening game of the second round of the Big Ten tournament, and that's about the time, right around 11:30, that the Big Ten said, we are done with our conference tournament. Very soon after that, all of the other major conference tourneys followed, and then after that, the NCAA later this afternoon. All of this happening after the NBA canceled its season last night, so the ripple effect goes on and on and on. Clearly, all of these decisions collectively played a huge role in today's decisions.
This was one of those situations that there were a lot of people who were telling me, I don't know. And I get concerned when I hear I don't know many times, and I just want to make sure. I don't want to have any regrets, and I just want to make sure as a conference we do the right things, because if something had gone awry here, I don't want to be in a position looking back saying only if we would have done, canceled this tournament.
We started at the top of the show telling you about all the school closings around the state. The IHSA giving us some clarification today with their plans moving forward for this weekend's boys basketball regionals and gymnastics state finals. The short version is, for right now, those are on. The boys regionals with 64 teams at 16 sites around the state will go on with limited fans to those events, but only 75 per school. No JV teams, cheerleaders, bands, etc. Just the teams, athletes, coaches, and staff. As for the gymnastics finals, no fans for that up at Ball State. IHSAA Commissioner Bobby Cox says they could still take a step further if the situation warrants such.
Things around the state have changed. Things around the country have changed. So we're trying to stay up with that. We still want to provide our young people an opportunity to participate in the state finals in a tournament series event, but we do have to restrict it. So it's an ongoing process, but that's where we're at today.
We suspect to get another update on that coming up on Friday. As for IndyCar, their season will begin this weekend, but it will be without fans in the stands and a whole lot of changes to their schedule. Dave First continues our team coverage in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Well, you can argue whether or not the IndyCar show must go on, but here for the Grand Prix of St. Pete, according to Mayor Rick Kreisman and IndyCar officials, the show will go on, although it'll be a reduced schedule this weekend with a series of practices and qualifying on Saturday, then a morning warm-up on Sunday, followed by the actual event Sunday afternoon. It's all in the name of safety, even though fans will not be allowed in to this venue this weekend.
For us, each car is limited to 25 crew members, so we are cutting out a lot of the PR staff, hospitality staff. It's just going to basically be the engineers, mechanics, and racing drivers here this weekend.
I think the right decisions are being made. I think this is just insane in general. This is to see the way the world has reacted to this and all the stuff that's going on with all across all sports platforms is definitely wild.
And the mayor reiterating this afternoon that this is still very much subject to change. There could be another development over the course of the weekend that may completely cancel this event. For now, though, it's on. What a strange start to this 2020 IndyCar season. In St. Pete, Dave First, RTV6 Sports.
Also of local interest, the Indy Indians, Indy Fuel, and Indy 11. Their seasons have all been put on hold or suspended, pushed back. That's the case with Major League Baseball, soccer, and hockey at the top levels as well. Of course, this is a developing situation going on. We'll have more in the days ahead. Now back to you in the studio.